as map 2 will take place. TSM is up 1. We go to VP's map choice train. It is a map that definitely you'd think would favor VP.
I would say so. I think that's a fair guess, but we have to consider that TSM will be starting on the CT side again. And we thought that was something that would help our VP, but they actually lost the first half 8-7. So interesting one, definitely. Like, we do know that VP are very strong on either half, but another 50-50, I would say, to be honest.
TSM is no pushover on train for sure, 100%.
I mean, well, they picked it too, right? So
yeah,
it's definitely possible.
So, I mean, especially their CT side, I really like the way Carrigan plays the yard. He's up front and playing between the 6 trains, and he's causing a lot of chaos up there. He's the ability of him, just how he preserves his Molotov and how he uses his flashes as an attack is coming in later on in the round. He's just great. He might be only picking up a kill or 2 there, but just the way he's able to waste time from their opponents is very nice.
Yeah, I think that's absolutely great. He plays it very aggressively with the rifle, and he dances around that opening train there, kind of trying to take attention away from everyone. No one seems to really know how to shut him down, especially the Major as well. He's very strong in that position, locking down teams left, right, and center. So definitely a map they're strong on. Like I said, if their CT side is something they can keep together and VP can't really dissect it too much, they could definitely look at getting maybe 10 or 11 rounds here and giving themselves a good strong chance going into the second half.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, again, we've hyped up VP and their ability to use Ivy, utilize that to their advantage. Obviously, Kerrigan's going to play in the yard, but is there a potential problem there? How does TSM try and shut down that pressure from VP that will, if they win over that position, force Kerrigan back a little bit?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised if you saw the double AWP setup come out from the CTs again. Can be very effective on train, getting the inside bomb side locked down with the AWP, and then having your rifles outside. Maybe an AWP towards Ivy as well would be probably a sensible decision, considering that's where VP tends to go. The thing about VP as well, they employ a couple of simple strats as well. They have the outside take we discussed, where Pasha is so influential now, running out the main entrance and almost being able to hunt down the CTs very, very strongly. But yeah, I'm not really sure what they really can do against the CT side of VP. That's when it's really scary to play against them. They're so strong on that. Taz, I think one of the world's best inside train players as well. Very difficult to lock him down. You don't seem to know. No one seems to have an answer to what he does yet.
I've seen some pretty interesting, especially pistol strats from TSM on this map on T side. Actually, they like to use decoys as fakes for smokes, where they'll throw one smoke on yard, and then they'll throw 2 decoys to pretend to be smokes, and then they'll go with 2 smokes to inner bomb side.
I see what you mean. So you throw the decoys over the top of the map, and then people will think, okay, it's definitely good. That's quite clever, actually. I never really thought of using them like
clever.
that.
Yeah, because typically speaking, they look more like a flashbang.
Sure.
And they don't bloom smoke. So
in that perspective,
right, exactly.
it looks like a smoke.
When there's that much time above. That is interesting.
Especially on a map like Train, that works so well, because that's normally the problem on these kind of maps. It's so telegraphed as to what you're doing when you try and do the set piece execution of the A-side. Everything flies over the top. And if you're going to utilize those, obvious option is going out with them.
Yeah, you could use the same logic on many maps. For example, Inferno, I believe, is one of those where you could fake B, for example, where you throw a smoke to spawn, and then you'll pretend to be smoking up coils as well, for example, and then you'll be hitting A right after. So
definitely
interesting concept.
Yeah, it's definitely decoys aren't utilized enough, I think. Like, if you want to take care down really deep into the game, yeah, $50 each. You think, okay, this is actually a really clever way to use them. And Mirage as well, that's probably really viable. Being able to chuck them over to the A side or towards B from the other side of the map, just to see those things flying over, that's actually a really cool thing. I think someone will need to look into that a bit further. Maybe some videos can be made about that. But
Anders theory crafting.
Yeah, that's probably an Anders video. It'll probably be great.
Someone call Anders right now.
Yeah. Speed dial. I would, but you know what I did with my cell phone?
I'm not sure I want to know.
Are you going to tell the real story or the fake story?
What's the real story?
I don't know. Well, let's see what story you're going with.
What's the fake story?
Let's see what story you're going with.
I was wrestling a bear, and the bear swallowed it.
Oh, that's the real story. That's what I thought.
Okay,
sure.
Good. I'm glad we're in agreement. Jeez. How dare you suggest that I'm a liar live in front of all these people?
Well, it looks like the map will be going live, so we'll have to debate about your phone another day. It's going to be TSM starting on the CT side of D-Train here. This is the second map. They just won Inferno. So it's the best of 5, of course, so they take this one. They will have another map to go, but we know VP are very strong on this map indeed. So pistol round coming in, seeing the buy coming in for VP. Ooh. And a full utility buy for them. 4 smoke grenades. Very rare to see this on the T side. Let's see what they're going to do with this. I assume it's going to be a set piece outside, full wall of smokes. That's the only thing that really makes sense here, but maybe an inside take as well.
And I think if they do go outside, it's going to be a split play.
Yeah, or a smoke fake yard with smokes.
Well, they've got position right now with Bomb on Taz to work inner if that outside position doesn't work. Now the smokes are going over, and Bialy and Snacks are running up the stairwell to join them in the upper site. So it is going to be that fake and look to inner. Bomb's going with Snacks now. Taz drops it off. Instead, he looks to the outer bomb site to distract, and Pasha and Bialy will go like just the two of them toward inside site. This is a real curveball. They're going to use the smokes and wrap through Z. This is really interesting from VP. Unfortunately, though, TSM's ready for it and shut down all three players that thought they were going to be so clever. That was definitely a curveball. They get a bomb plant out of it, but not what was intended.
So much effort going down to waste.
Yeah, it was very inventive, right? And I can see the idea of it now. So the three smokes going outside, you go through the link area, you're trying to, there's still sells quite a convincing fake outside, because if you're going to commit that many smokes to the outside area and show presence with men there as well, the idea is you go for connectors, split the inside bomb set together, but when you're all getting locked down like that, it looks a bit silly in the end. And we can see the spray down from Cajun B and Device just cleaning up there. Not really much you could do in that situation, but they got the bomb down, and they will be force buying, of course. Tech 9, CZs, and a few smokes as well, so you'd assume just trying to get the bomb down would be the first port of call here, but let's see. Looks like they're going towards the inside bomb site. Zipex will be waiting there alone. Had a quiet series so far, and the last couple of days, in fact, so will he be able to hold this push from VP off?
Pasha just going to look at this ladder position, see if he can find his way down, get some position, maybe find someone waiting below. Not slow enough, though. Hasn't given up any noise or indication he's there. It's pretty standard otherwise from TSM. Zipmix and Cajun B watching inner. Now the smoke's out from Neo. This will allow him to go for a quick drop onto the site, but Zipmix is coming up big already with that P90. He's already found Snacks, and Bialy going to get Cajun B in return. Does mean that Zipmix is the only one still left close to the bomb site, but Cajun B, or rather, excuse me, Kerrigan and Device have rotated, but they're losing Dupree. Kerrigan, excuse me, is the last one left there. Bomb was planted, so 2 straight rounds they get a bomb plant on VP's side, but another one that looks like it's going to go to TSM. Defuse is happening, smoke's out, it's down to a one-on-one. Pasha's managed with armor to pick up a rifle. It is just barely going to be defused, and Pasha will make it very, very costly for TSM. And keep in mind, with 2 bomb plants, they could force into this knowingly.
They should.
Yeah, they can get the Galils out here. You can see Neo and Bialy can definitely justify that. Snacks are getting AK and armor. They should be, after getting that many kills and making it that desperate for the CTs. Really wouldn't be surprised they actually force into this. There it comes with the M4 saved as well. Definitely a buy viable. P90s for TSM, a scout as well. This is around where VP definitely can capitalize on this one. And it was very close, like you said. No kit on that defuse. Came down to the wire, but here we go then. Round number 3.
Round number 3, and guns already out. A force back into it by TSM, despite how expensive that last round was. Therefore, the AKs that VP managed to have could actually take advantage here. And they've already done massive damage onto Cajun B with the scout, down to 22. As a result, he's going to have to be a lot more passive in his positioning. And Saz said she works in behind the bomb train in A. Smokes out on Neo, bottom ladder. If he tries to come in with bomb, he's got Bialy and Pasha already pushed up Ivy. They've got great position right now to try and establish a crossfire, take down Dupree. The smoke that they often throw already dissolved, but only one spotted as they look for that initial entry. Neo, meanwhile, with bomb, has found his kill. And VP looking very good in this round now as they've got a bomb down and 4 players swarming on top of the A site. Less one TSM member as Dupree will get killed. Cajun B suffering the same injuries, but Device and Zipmix are both still alive and both getting kills until Device is gone, but Zipmix in a fairly probable situation. 50 HP, similar to Neo. 1 plus that on Snacks, and he's actually going to be the one to find the kill without taking any damage.
Yeah, very passive plays from TSM there on the CD side, giving a lot of room for Virtus.pro to just come out of pop duck.
I think that's the round they probably wouldn't have the P90s, for example. They shouldn't be pushing an area
exactly,
or pushing it inside or Ivy just to get their first frag and actually give themselves an advantage there. Just waiting for the AKs to come out. I think everyone could have called that AK buy coming in, and they had a lot of time to read it as well. But it's not going to matter now as VP get the first run of the board. And an interesting Zipex Nova buy as well. So he's going to be in the inside area, going towards upper. But the frags open up for Snacks on Cajun B.
Snacks is doubling up on that too. Excellent play from him on the entry. I mean, this all goes back to round 2, when despite TSM winning, first off, double bomb plant's massive, but all 5 members down. And look how quickly the economy could turn. So Virtus.pro have given themselves a real chance despite losing the pistol and the ensuing anti-eco. Watch for the push here as Kerrigan takes down Taz. from Zipix, and he tries with the shotgun. It only would have taken one shot from that range, and unfortunately, he just couldn't land it.
Yeah, it was a bit of a fun buy, I guess. It could have worked out. Had they rushed up, he would have got a couple of kills perhaps, but the retake of a Nova is never going to be a fun affair for them as they go into the 5th round now. There's going to have to be a full eco for TSM. You can see some P250s being bought, but I don't think they can justify a lot else here. They probably want to have to make sure they have the AWPs in the next round. Just keeping this one clean will ensure that, but another nice strong take from VP, utilising the outside area very well, keeping the range nice and long, but now we're going see the bomb down towards T-spawn, and it's going to their standard. Snack's getting some position outside. There's working frags once again. Snack's opening up onto Carrigan.
What a start. Yeah, what a start Snacks has had. Now another double to open the round, similar to the last. Dupree going down to be Ali. Device again will at least find one for them. They've got 2 now total, TSM. Almost a third. There it is. As Taz gets back into Device.
Great pick around from TSM, for sure.
That's what I was going to say, but the money's starting to chip away on VP.
Yep.
Well, that's the thing. TSM have made these last couple of ecos pretty expensive for VP, but it's the rounds that really count at the end of the day. But Ali has got 8k. Pasha will be picking up an AWP as well, so it hasn't affected them too much. Cajun B will be picking the AWP. Let's work out where he's going to go with that. I assume it's going to be the inside out. He's actually going to go towards upper as well. Whether we'll go for the full-on face is yet to be seen. I think it's probably a good justification. They can leave him anchoring the B site. It'd mean their outside area, which seems to be the problem right now, will become a lot stronger. Zip has to be able to fall back.
Cajun gets the aggressive spawn, so therefore takes the op, as he should, toward upper. Limit the entire hallway's position, but the smoke is out, and therefore when they come down the stairs, they won't be entirely spotted up so soon. Finally, TSM, after 3 rounds of it going against them, have the opening pick, and it's Device, and they'll follow that up with some massive damage onto Pasha as well. As we see the replay of it, and that's at Ivy. They need to control that. Again, VP so good at using that part of the map to just dictate how the defense has to play in the A site.
You can see Zipex now being able to fall back away from the B bomb site. Cajun B is happy with his position. He knows he's got control over there, can take one shot and then fall back.
And crucially, the smoke's gone as well, so he's got full vision, which is why Zipix waited a little bit longer, but the flash is now going to come out, so they head down the ladder, they find Device. Zipix going to get himself into a safer position in the A site, but look where Kerrigan is forward and only gets one. Neo manages to respond, so now Virtus.pro again have access, and the barrel of the gun from Zipix is sticking out. It's Taz to take him down. Waits patiently for Zipix to walk out. Bomb, as a result, gets in position. It's down to just one member, believe it or not, for TSM after this round starting off with 2 picks. They've yet to find anything since, and they're all low on HP, but Dupree caught jumping with his gun not ready.
After such a promising start for TSM as well, I'm not sure why Device was so committed to the pop dog area then. He didn't need to be in there, and I'm sure he's aware of that flashbang that can come down. The pop flash comes in, he's fully blind, has no option whatsoever to even get a kill. I think after getting the initial frag, having such a strong setup with the AWP inside and 4 rifles outside, didn't even have to give VP an opportunity to come in without there being a crossfire setup. That's a difficult round to lose and a bitter pill to swallow as they go into another eco round here. VP looking very formidable now. AWP still on Neo. They're slowing it right down and see the CTs pushing to Ivy. Dupree trying to get some info. I think he will be going down here. There it is. This is looking more positive for VP now.
Yeah, this is looking absolutely great for them. Again, Snacks finding an opening kill. Pasha got the first one that time, and so far everyone's got one aside from Neo and Taz. Now that may have to be something that has to be evaluated because both those members are still alive. Be Ali as well, but it's come back down to just Zipix. And again, a bomb plant. If we look into this now, although the rounds have gone the way of VP by elimination and not detonation, every single round there's been a bomb plant.
Well, TSM are opening up the rounds correctly, getting opening frags. It seems like it falls apart once the actual execution comes in. Cajun B once again picking the AWP. Wouldn't be surprised to win towards inside again. That worked out perfectly for them. Got the perfect setup. Managed to have a man falling back, and that's exactly what he will be doing. For VP now, they don't need to do anything too aggressive right away. Their executions are flawless. Just waiting up, getting picks, and then going into the bomb site, getting frags. Nothing's working out for them. And it seemed like they actually locked down Cajun as well here. Molotov going into the upper area. He's going to have a very difficult time.
Well done.
As I say that, though, he takes down Neo.
Very well done, yeah. And falling back. That gives him safety. He'll take that op back to a very long angle to hold off the upper position because Zipix is down below. Smoke out on Zipix, though, so he can't get necessarily fully aggressive. Has to change his position from the sidewalk to inside the bomb site behind the train.
That's a little spam there from Device. Actually took about 50 HP off Pasha through the window there. So it's always cool to see that work. Just chipping away at them. 5-4 once again for TSM. We've seen them lose these rounds. One they definitely need to win before this gets too far gone for them.
Yeah, I mean, this is again, you talked about starting CT side. This is looking more and more grim for TSM. Even the rounds they've had the early picks. And this one, it's another one. Finally, it's 3, make it 4 up. Last time it was 2, it fell apart. This may just be enough. Let's not discount it just yet. As Snacks with an op. No bomb, but a little bit of space to maneuver. Doesn't land the shot. Device closes it out. Finally, TSM get one. And not only that, resetting money round, the lost round bonus, excuse me, but they stay with 5 alive, and that's crucial.
Absolutely. And Cajun B, we talked about him having a very difficult situation in the upper area. Huge shot from him, but this is where Device definitely the MVP of that round. Look at all the shots he got. 1, 2, and 3, I think, as well. So held his own on the outside bomb site, and finally they find a round here.
Yeah, I think that city tower is a underrated position, to be honest with you. It's really tricky when you're focused to have so many angles you have to be focused on when your turret's turning up on the yard.
Pasha thought he could get into the corner to get away and then realized too late that he couldn't. So he took an extended amount of damage. Look at Cajun B's position out toward Ivy. They now know VP's in, but they're totally in on this A site. Limited by movement due to smokes, and TSM has made the advantage fall back in their favor just by getting Kerrigan forward toward that latter position. But look at Virtus.pro's response. Taz now and Neo both coming up with one, and Taz is going to double his total. Cajun B, the man that we saw push all the way out to try and get that early read, that early information, finds himself the last alive. Bomb going to go down. Taz and Snacks looking, but not looking in the correct direction. They line up! Are you kidding me? That is absolutely insane that it works for Cajun B that simply.
Oh my God, that actually just
Look at Taz, he just loves it.
That actually, I was going to say there's absolutely no chance in winning this. They play it properly with an AWP and a bomb to defuse. What can you even do? But if you're going to find a double headshot lined up like that, why not? Take it and run. Amazing scenes there. Let's just get a quick replay. The stars and the planets aligned at the same time.
That
Good
is
Lord.
Absolutely insane. I was about to say they were looking toward the wrong angles. He might pick up one for free.
God.
Did not see that coming. Also, that
You should have definitely seen that happen.
I'm sorry. I'll do better next time not to. Just for you. So this limits Virtus.pro because they're down to just 3 AKs and 2 Tech 9s. Pasha's going to actually make that work. They're just using so much smokes on this site that they're coming out from all angles, and TSM sometimes are trapped in the middle of them. And that was the case there for Pasha finding that first pickup. KGB finally responding, but there's still a man down on TSM's side. Op still in the hands of Cajun B. We saw how threatening that can be last round. Zipix will pull back on Bialy, but bomb again planted for VP. Aside from not the last round, but round 8, the one before, they've got a bomb plant every single time, VP. So that's an issue for TSM. And again, they find themselves down a man. Post-plant situation. It's Device this time. And I highly doubt we're going to see another lineup play.
Well, never say never, Matthew. Actually, this time you probably can say never.
All right.
Oh, he does get 1 kill onto Neo there, but no magic found this time. The bomb will explode. That's difficult for TSM. Saving the orb is pretty beneficial to them. They should be able to squeeze a buy here. Device has 4K. Cajun B with 6 grand himself. I think they probably can do something with it. I don't think it's going to be very good. They might just have to force into this. Device will be picking up the M4. And this is their dire straits for TSM after winning that 1 round and losing that one after. The money's just an absolute mess for them. They're going to force into it. I'm not sure this is the right call, but definitely they need to find some rounds now. I guess they have got the AWP to play with. They need to lock him down in one area. We saw him push Ivy last time. Will he be doing that again? Cajun B making his way out to the main side, just trying to lock down that fast aggression we've seen so much from VP so far.
And looks like VP is going to get that pressure. Down toward Ivy again, but Cajun B's done very well at holding it off. Again, he does so. And Neo, he just barely put himself into that corner to not spot up the player crossing. That's Dupree. He now has a chance to put some damage in behind them, and he does on Taz. Cajun B finding Neo. That's exactly it. Cajun B, he's fully aware that they're utilizing that position. And what a half he's having so far as he climbs up to a total of 10 kills. Still just behind Device, but both of those two players have been instrumental.
Yeah, huge round for them to win there. Very big risk, force buying into that situation. 1 M4, 1 AWP. Needed Cajun B to go huge, and he did it. 3 frags on the board for him. Really nice kills as well. VP probably a little bit gutted at that one. Actually going to force them onto a quasi-buy. You can see the Tech 9s and P250s. So this is a chance to have a TSM to actually get some rounds on the board and stop being on the back foot. They're constantly chasing VP at the moment.
Chasing and chasing dreams, and VP as a result, like you say, finally forced back to these pistols. If they get a bomb plant again here, then I'm just going to concede that TSM are practicing retakes.
Practicing. There we go then. The execution onto the side does come to fruition.
The difference is this time they've got 3 smokes on the actual bomb train itself, but not in between the quad. And that does allow Device and Kerrigan a lot more movement and a lot more vision, but conversely, VP don't come in from the main connector. They head toward ladder, so the smokes still come into play. And the bomb, guess what? It's down again. So VP is finding a way to continue to build their economy. Snacks will find himself 1 versus 4 here. He's been clever. Dupree spotted him. They know where he is.
Could have got a bit hairy there had he found that kill on Zipex, but it gets shut down before anything too crazy happens. 6-6 now. TSM finally getting themselves in a decent position. They can probably end this 9-6. They play their cards right.
Yeah, that forced by round winning that. Basically, it was a difference between potential 9-6 and 5-10.
Absolutely. And now they've got, look at VP. They're having to question what to do again. So many force buys for them in terms of Tech 9s. They get the bomb down, but the economy is going to catch up with you at some stage. And this time it looks like they will have to do almost a full eco. P250s with no armor. A couple of smoke grenades to play with, but it'll just be a case of trying to get that bomb planted again. They've been very good at that so far, but they are still in a strong position considering any rounds now, I'd say. It's almost a bonus at this stage, but obviously you're always trying to get as many rounds as you possibly can.
Dupree and Pasha are about to end up exchanging phone numbers and arranging a date for later out toward Ivy. Unfortunately, Pasha's cell phone is slightly less on battery power because it is just the P250.
You have to remember as well, the TSM did take the pistol away, but there we go, it unfolds outside.
And it works out to Dupree. Follow that up, he gets a second on Neo. Device with 1 in between his 2. All said and done, but you're right. VP were able to claw back in after not getting a pistol. It's similar to what we saw in Inferno, where 8 rounds went to TSM, no pistol round to complement that. So Virtus.pro, 6 straight-up gun rounds is not too shabby at all.
Yeah, that's the point I was trying to make. Just the fact that that shows how strong they are on train. If you don't win the pistols, you can actually get back into that.
And really good money management, because again, you go back to round 2 where they killed all 5. Yes, they defused the bomb to win TSM, but that's where things started to get really costly because they had to buy themselves fully in to round 3 again. And VP getting 2 bomb plants, knowing that, outclocked them and took the win.
2 AWPs now, Dupree and Cajun B. Strongest setup. I said this would probably be coming, and maybe they can finish off this map in style, or this half at least.
No surprise, there's pressure at Ivy. And Pasha getting boosted up. I'm surprised Device didn't at least have his vision turned in that direction to spot it. He goes down as a result. More pressure again, but look what Kerrigan does to respond. Pushing into that A main area. He's now picked up a double as he turns back his attention toward ladder. Taz drops. Bialy and Pasha have made it out Ivy. They're going to use the outback to their advantage, and they'll go beyond it because Neo's got bomb at inner. They're going to wrap to this B bomb site, but Zipex has got the call. He knows that they've pushed through Ivy, and he's made the appropriate adjustments to take down Pasha, but not ready for Bialy. Cajun B left himself exposed. Zipex recovers again, and thankfully so. It's left to Neo to try and place this bomb. Another bomb plant. I'd have to say this is one of the most convincing halves I've seen in terms of total bomb plants from one individual team, yet the scoreline is not too bad at all, considering for Team Solo Mid. And with the bomb down, Neo tries to use his flashbang to buy himself some time and some cover, but when it all dissolves, he's left in the open, and Kerrigan with the kill.
Not really sure why players who don't use the AWP as often pick it up from the ground and try and go hero mode on it. You saw Dupree picking it up and missing a shot. He would have probably gotten that kill with an AK or M4, and he almost ended up costing TSM the round as well.
Neo. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, no, that's it.
That's it. Sorry, this Neo, last few days, has been the close but no cigar guy, getting the bomb down once again, coming up in a decent position for the clutch, not able to find it there. It's going to be the 8th round in a row, sorry, 8th round on the board for TSM, and that's actually the last 4 rounds in a row for them. So they have bounced back in this series. And no, actually the solo occasion he's going to holding that himself as we go into round number 15 here.
I'm thrilled that some people bought some party guns for the last round with their price deduction. Device is there. They go through. He does decent damage, I have to say, did Taz, considering there was no flash in on that. Bit surprising that they just slowly crawl down. Either way, they managed to get the trade kill, and now they can force themselves out into the yard. Snacks on top of the train, elevated height above the smokes. Does he spot Dupree? He did. Definitely 100% saw Dupree. But conversely, Dupree saw him as well, and now they'll duel it out. And Dupree, when he slides back down toward that alleyway, finds Bialy on top of the train because he just finished planting the bomb. How many times can I emphasize that? Either way, it's a 2 versus 2, and TSM still have a chance to extend the lead before the half is finished. And KGB going to add to that promising delivery. And where can Neo do? He's got good position in behind. Oh, great position in behind Electric, and he's actually got this wrapped up. KGB not aware that he was that far out at all.
Finally, Neo wins the 1-on-2.
Yeah, well, he always gets himself in a great position. It seems like it goes wrong for him right at the end, but that E-box position, he seemed to make it work for him. It all came down to that first kill. As soon as he made the kill, you knew that round was over. All he had to do was hide and wait for the CT to rush him. So really nice, well played from him. As I said before, VP not even getting a pistol there, and they get 7 rounds on the board as terrorists. That's very impressive. This is where it gets very difficult for TSM though, right? Because VP have one of the strongest CT trains I've ever seen. It's so hard to play against. Such a fortress, and I'm not sure they'll be able to do it. I'm not sure 8's going to be enough for them, but let's see how this goes as we go into the pistol round now. And we're going to see more methodical play here. TSM actually picking up 3 smokes as well, and a little Zeus.
Are we going to see the decoys now we were discussing about?
Oh, we got 1 smoke out. There it is.
Yep.
The decoys are landed. Great call not to. You can tell you are a coach of a team who needs to practice against others, because that was well read. If TSM want to win this half, they're going to need this pistol and to keep the economy very, very in check. They've gotten into the B site. They've lost one in the process, but they'll get Dupree to put the bomb down. Device watching the flank, and they've all pushed forward to try and hold Virtus.pro further away from the bomb, but they've lost a lot of lives in doing so, so it's very fortunate, in fact, that they won that flank duel against Pasha, because they're going to need every man they can get to hold this off. Smoke's going to go out, and Neo, I highly anticipate, is going to hold this. Not to mention, he's also got the defuse kit. He's the one with it, and it's all done. Virtus.pro with 8 and 2 pistols. Or, excuse me, take that back. They had the third round. It was TSM that got the first pistol.
I think pretty much you can find a statistic where if you don't get people aggressive on an inner bomb site when they're attacking it, you're just not going to win the round if you're playing with far back. It's
so difficult, right? Because if the CTs have such an easy retake, they've got the gun advantage on you, and the only thing the option you have is pushing down as a terrorist side. But if you're not making those frags and you're getting lost there, it's almost the round over at that stage. CT's coming in, very convincing retake. The smoke went down on the bomb. What are you going to do? And this is the start of VP CT campaign. Dupree opening things up, though, onto Snacks. That is a great start. And they haven't actually got armor here, though, so every kill they get is going to be very instrumental indeed. They make their way back to the inside bomb site now. I don't think they have a smoke to play with, so they're going to have to go in dry and see what they can make of this. Don't say it, Matt.
My lips are closed.
What did I miss?
Don't worry.
It's mind.
As Pasha is pushed down. I love that Cajun B is actually just to his right on the other side. Yeah, look at this perspective. This is actually perfect use of the picture-in-picture. Little do they know. They are blind dating, and Pasha's clued in that he doesn't want to be on that date any longer. Cajun B's not who he said he was. But now it is going to be Taz that's going to spot up what's going on in the B site. Bomb's going to go down again, so this trend continuing. Looking like something that will be normal on train, just due to the fact that the entries are so promising with the smokes. But either way, it's still Virtus.pro to pick up the anti-eco, and in fairly good fashion, considering TSM had some position on that B site.
Yep, so this time we saw VP actually opting to get some rifles. I talked about quite a lot tonight that they are a team that likes to get SMGs almost every single second round, but they know the AKs are coming, and actually KGB can actually get a glass cannon AWP here. I don't think they'll be expecting that, but Nero has got one himself. They are going to be expecting a buy, but Snacks and Pasha on P90 and MP7. And this could be a really interesting one. Where's KGB going to go with this? Make or break for them. Looks like he'd be going towards Ivy here. If this is a round they can take, get them right back into this and potentially knock VP onto an eco. So, let's see how this goes down. KGB definitely going to be the man to watch and see if he can open up the round for TSM.
Device and Cajun B looking to put pressure on Pasha, who again is going to be running that P90. Seems to be his favorite weapon after winning a pistol round over the last 3 evenings now that we've seen him. But watch the pressure from Zipix and Dupree as well on inner sight. That's a bit confusing. Dupree just walking out, no utility into an op from Neo.
Well, the thing is as well, this P90 on Pasha, KGB hasn't got any armor. He will eat him for breakfast if he runs into him. So KGB definitely need to be very careful here, and that's the first pick going in the favor of VP as well.
Oh, watch out. Zipix has made his way into these tunnels, and look where Taz has found his home. That could have played off into yet another kill simply from position from Virtus.pro, and Neo is going to add to that total. This is starting to look like TSM are running out of options and haven't established any map control, found any picks, or used any utilities to push forward, and by the time they do, it's too late. Virtus.pro just clean up entirely. All 5 stay alive in the first gun round.
I look at the money from VP as well, not losing any players, not having to invest new weapons. It's going to be really hard for TSM going forward.
So they invested in an AWP, but they didn't really give him a chance to actually do anything with it, right? They were smoked out very early in the round. Dupree getting picked before anything actually happened. I think they should have probably waited a little bit longer so Cajun actually had a chance to make a pick there. But unfortunately, like I said, that was a huge round for them. PC50s now, Tech 9s, and Neo just keeps applying the pressure there, taking down Carrigan. And the team haven't even really committed it. They're going back to inside. Maybe out Pop Dog, but they're really locked out of play right now.
Snacks now is forward. Smoke still deployed on that main entry, but he's got to look toward that ladder room. Meanwhile, it's not going to be pressured there. Cajun B, that kill on Pasha might actually force a rotation, but look at the lineup. They just walk in. It looked like there might be some promise on that inner bomb site where 3 players worked down that ramp, but not to be. And not to be. They couldn't get in that bomb site at all.
Well, here we go then. This is where it's make or break, I think, for TSM now. This is getting a little bit too far gone. We can see the economy getting very strong for VP. All coming out for Device. We saw KHB not really having that much impact of it whatsoever on their first force buy. Looks like TSM will be doing something pretty aggressive here, though, as they make their way out to main entrance. Will VP be ready for this? Taz alone inside. 4 players for VP out. Neo opening up the fragging. So consistent with the AWP. Hits all the shots they count. And he's showing what kind of form he's in right now.
Good form for Kerrigan. Bialy gets back, though. Pasha, again, going to be the one that has the honors. Oh, spotted Cajun B for sure. Absolutely. And so he fires into where he was, but Cajun B getting out of position quicker than he can take damage. Neo finding another pick, though. This is working out so well for VP on this half. His guns again up and guns again down. TSM, Cajun B is going to pick up that AWP that was on the ground.
That's what it looks like when you get no openings whatsoever anywhere on the map. You're just going to deny one by one by one.
Yeah, with another shot there. This is why I pick him almost every single night. Such a solid player, especially on train as well. He's one of the key opening fraggers there with the AWP. Zipix does find Bialy though, but I think it's going to be in vain. Mounts to climb with 17 HP. Does have the bomb in hand though.
Molotov will land in the correct position, but it won't matter because Pasha's there. VP running away. You said that their CT side was strong.
Well, this is the whole thing. If you can justify playing 1 player inside and you're confident in their ability there to get 1 or 2 frags, they've got Taz. And like I said, one of the world's best players on inside, and it allows them to have 4 players outside at every single time. And that's where most teams will tend to go. And that's what makes VP so strong. Taz is still so hard to play against still, but now we have the double orbs from VP and a forced buy from TSM. They've only got 2 smokes to play with. We'll have to do something a little bit faster for them. There we go. This is an attempt at trying to find a pick. Cajun B getting taken down by Snacks. Taz pushing up inside, and the round fall apart for TSM once again.
Zipix, though, will take down Bialy. And good play by Pasha to respond. Neo, the double ops, they're both working wonders. As Zipix does eventually fall from the electrical box. No entry anywhere for TSM. They just can't get any map control. Kerrigan manages to get all the way near the CT spawn, but doesn't matter. He can be on the perimeter of the map all he likes.
It's really hard to attack yard when you don't get any quad control. You don't get anything. Snacks is there to stop you from E-box, and it just feels like there's no way just getting past this VP defense right now.
Well, I would assume with this buy they'll probably do something like an inside rush just to try and get the bomb down, perhaps see what they can do with it. You can see like 3 players heading towards there now. I think that's the only option they really have. They know probably Taz plays there by himself, but this is the adjustment as well. You can see Taz going a little bit more aggressive. He's got someone with him this time. This is perfect from them.
Perfect is an operative word, though, because Cajun B's at least taken the life of 1 player back. Neo follow up, traded again, Cajun B, and he's still alive. Has an op to pick up and play with, but a man down is TSM yet again. We're looking potentially at 14 rounds to the 8 that TSM had at halftime, if you remember. Yet to pick up 1 on their terrorist campaign. That may not yet change because now that op that was picked up and recovered so preciously by Cajun B has fallen by the wayside, and it's left to Device. And I'm afraid that Device doesn't have a nuclear warhead to kill 3 players instantly.
That's the next update.
He also doesn't have a C4 just to put on a bomb site.
That's going to be the Christmas edition update.
Merry Christmas, nuclear bomb for all the family.
That's very joyful for Christmas. Yeah.
Well, here we go. Then Device with a P250 no bomb, just desperately trying to scout out the map, seeing if he can find anyone to end. Yeah, but I think it's not even worth talking about this round. He is definitely locked out of it, and this brings VP ever closer now. They're looking so strong. That adaptation on the inside side, they knew exactly what was going on. Sending 2 players there this time, the backup Taz. Really good read of the game. Forced the T to go outside once again. And let's get completely locked down. Snacks picking up 2 frags. Neo once again, always good for 1. And that's why we talk about him. And these role changes within the team being so great. 22 frags for Neo right now. Really has stepped it up in the last few months.
Time expires. Device needs to stay alive. Okay, he will. He got into the corner.
Got the AWP as well, though. So
yeah, while Snacks was on his heels, I thought he might get around the corner with that flashbang in time, but not to be.
And, Pasha calling shots fired from Pasha there. Interesting.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Well, here we go. VP very close to map points here, but the full buy finally coming from TSM. Let's see what they can make of this. I'd expect us to see the wall of smokes, get the bomb down, do something simple. At least give yourself a chance of getting out there and having a post-plant situation. That'd be my suggestion anyway, instead of trying to weather picks.
As using that smoke.
Here he comes.
You said he's good at B. This is an alternative approach. And oh, doesn't work out. Xipix is there to hear him coming and get the kill. Snacks now smoked off inside the site. You mentioned quad control, not to. They're trying to get it. Kerrigan's made his way up, but he turns back. He's got 2 players in the alleyway. First and second both go down. Cajun with the first kill to compliment Kerrigan, and finally looking like they've got something rolling on this T side, but still have to deal with Neo. And Neo has been absolutely on fire. 23 kills. He leads the way for his team. That's still not enough. How many times have we seen him in a clutch situation?
A lot.
Too many.
Yeah. He's hasn't converted many of them, but it's been so many smart plays from him that that's why you recognize him as one of the greatest CS players of all time. His brain and game sense is just on another level compared to a lot of players. But it's not over yet, I'm afraid. TSM still have got a massive mountain to go. They do claw one back, 14-9 now, but this puts them in a very fragile position. If they do lose this round, the money will be pretty locked out for them. So let's see what they can bring to the table this time. As it looks like they're setting up once again for an outside execution. Smoke from Dupree there, getting shoved through the window. 2 players from VP now, pushing towards inside once again.
Device wants to find an opening pick. They're going to have to rely on it. Watch Bialy, though. Watch Bialy, though. He's made his way up. Doesn't find the kill. Device, what a shot in return. And Bialy will lament that decision and that result because he should have had that dead to rights. He came up undetected. And meanwhile, those Snacks will do the same. Device, same result, but different initial change because it took down Xipix to start things off. Taz again going for the fast flank to come down this ladder. Device again, just looking at all the right angles at all the right moments. Watch for Pasha as he gets at least 1, make it 2 back. Finding the 3rd, running out of ammo. That could have been right there for Pasha. Now it's double digits for TSM. 2 rounds in a row, crucially, after resetting the lost round bonus and resetting most of the money, but not all on VP, so they'll still be able to force out.
Yeah, force is definitely going to be the situation here. You can see Bialy, 3K. And when they're so close to map point as well, I'm not sure I'm a fan of this buy. But
I think it's been a matter of TSM really recognizing the way Virtus.pro's been playing really up front on yard, and TSM feels like they have the battles up front right away.
And it's holding this main area and waiting for the VP to push into them.
Yeah.
And it's been the case, Bialy rushing up and then getting taken down. Here we go again, another aggressive play here. The VP side pushing in, and 3 kills exchanged. We're 2 on 3 now.
B takes down Pasha to at least give TSM a bit of a fighting chance to avoid this match point against the force buy, because if they win this round, that's the key. It is the force buy. It might just be enough to buy them 1 more going forward, whereas if they don't win this, it also could be all she wrote. Kerrigan has to go back to get that bomb because they've got it secured, and I think that might just do it as Neo takes down Kerrigan, leaving it to Cajun B with 38 HP against 300 health total.
Here comes Cajun. Last man. Taz in a great position here. There it is. Takes him down. CT's been so aggressive the last 3 rounds. Just making sure they wanted to close this one out as quickly as possible. Another fast round from them. It's going to put him on map point. Let's have a look at the matchup here. You can see Neo really is leading the charge. 24 frags to 16, but still can't take anything from Carrigan. He's had a decent game. But now TSM really do need to dig deep. 5 in a row required from them. There's going to be a force by occasion being ordering out a rifle. Device has got the AWP. He's had some good rounds with that, but again, looks like CT is going very aggressive once again. You're going to see Taz pushing that inside area once again. He's loving this, showing no mercy whatsoever.
The alley this time will be the one below the ladder. Flashbang was successful. That's how it's done. Dupree throwing that from the corner, doesn't make any noise on the way down and not able to be dodged. And look at the result. After he walks in with one, he gets a second follow-up. So TSM have a bit of an entry, but they don't account for Taz on the flank. Third time he's done it. First time it's had that result, because now he's got Neo behind him to follow up on the support and to shut down everything TSM had worked to build. Pasha, good check in the corner, but one-upped by Kerrigan. Bomb is thrown down on the ground. I shouldn't say thrown intentionally. It's dropped there near the ladder room, near Pop Dog. As we can already see, Taz is lurking inside that position, so Device is going to run toward it. Taz will hear this. What's the response going to be from Taz? And Neo, this is interesting. I thought he was going to come in through main and try and prohibit the plant. Instead, he heads toward Ivy, but he's making a lot of noise. So if Kerrigan can take the shot into him right now, and he does, this could work out perfectly for Virtus.pro. Taz forced to come back inside the site and try and stop this play, and they've already spotted him. Kerrigan's seen him. How does Device respond? He'll sit tight and let Kerrigan bait out. Just play the crossfire. If they can get the trade kill even, it works wonders. They just need to avoid losing this match, and they can't find the trade. Taz has got himself in behind the bomb. Kerrigan can't get the shot, so instead he has to play time. He has to bait out this defuse. Smoke is on it. How does Kerrigan respond? He gets the kill just barely, because Taz was playing a little bit of trickery. He didn't defuse in that smoke at all.
Taz should have had that kill.
It was actually a really nice play from him. Dropping that smoke, forced Carrigan out of position. He had the face, and he had the advantage as well, facing that angle. He was above him. Carrigan wasn't even looking, and not managing to convert that final frag. But great play from Carrigan, though. You can't take anything away from him. If you're able to land that shot, then you deserve it. That's going to push VP now onto a PT50 round. One flashbang in hand. You have to think they're probably going to keep the pressure up, pushing some certain positions, trying to find some early frags.
Device will take Neo, and Dupree's followed it up. We said 2 rounds ago they might just break the economy of VP. Unfortunately, it didn't happen, so they're forced to play it out perfectly against match point, but they get there regardless, as the pistol's insufficient. And importantly, TSM so far with 5 alive, and Taz with 20 HP would have to hit a beautiful first shot to change that. Not allowed. If TSM pull this back, I will be mightily impressed. Let's just say that.
So let's have a quick look at the money for the CTs, right? So it's 15-12. You can't get the full buy you want. You definitely can't get the AWP out on Neo, which has been so influential for them. He's been getting 2 or 3 rounds every single time. Kills, sorry. And now he's got the scouts. And he's going to put them onto another eco, I think, if they do lose this one. So this is definitely a questionable play. We know they're good enough to close these rounds out, but it's going to be a lot harder than it has been in the past. They've just waited one more to get the AWP out. Let's see how it goes. T-side, okay, they're opting to go to inside this time. And it's going to be Taz alone there. Talked about how strong he can be on this site, but is he going to be strong enough? If not the full buy he wants, no nades on him.
They are going to work this B site, and Taz is so far not coming up as normally he does. He's actually down. Neo with the mini-op, like you said, not able to afford, needs to come up big, does get a tag in on top of Kerrigan, which allows Bialy to quickly close it back in, but watch the flank from Pasha. Last time we saw that play unfold, it actually went against him, but now he's got great position to try and come in against 3, 2 of which are very low TSM players. But he's spotted in the process. It's left to Snacks, 1 versus 2. He goes for the scout, interestingly enough, and that might be the right call because they are both within 1-shot range. Ooh. And 1 down already. Can Dupree close it? He does. Catches Snacks a little bit off guard. And again, money is dire.
That was definitely a risk that just backfired on VP. I mean, they had the rounds to play for a couple of ecos instead and just buy everything they could to stop
and just finish
TSM.
it with style, right? Actually just have everything and just have that full setup. And now they got completely outplayed there. TSM haven't really shown any aggression towards inside that much, and they made the perfect play there. So, okay, the lower money won't have the AWP. Let's actually take the calculated risk, invest everything we have at the start of the round. And I can see VP actually looking a little bit worried here. As they go pistol, then a shotgun. They'll be pushing into Pop Dog area, and that nade's going to do not as much damage as I hoped, but
I love it. Bait this because he's going to get
I hate
focused on
that
this,
so
and
much.
look what happens as a result. He focuses on that, and 2 players come onto his position, and down he goes.
In CSGO.
So cool.
I think Adren's talked about that enough, as KGB will get at least the response kill to bring it back even. And they needed to do that, not let the situation fall away from them, because again, it is match point for Virtus.pro. Dupree, he's got it back, and so does Device as he takes down Taz. It's left to just 2 players. They're lined up in the same position, and Device only able, actually, I take that back, not even to do anything about it. Finally, there's the nade to come out to take down Snacks. The bomb looks like it'll be in position. Low HP. How does he not hit that shot? Luckily, Device holds his composure.
Needed to hit 1 bullet there. I thought that was it. Let's run tied up, but they got a bit close. But we're going to the last round now, and we talked about VP not even taking an eco on the chin there, and they do another round with it. This is what I hate. Like, obviously the ladders are a little bit broken in CSGO, so the idea is you can't really take any damage, and the poor terrorist at the top there just getting peppered in Nova bullets there, but doesn't convert the round victory, so we won't dwell on it too much. Obviously this is the one that counts. Round number 30. TSM hold on for 1 more.
Look at the pressure coming out now from the CTs. Virtus.pro trying to slow down this push at Ivy, but Cajun B's got just inside the smoke underneath of it. Device hasn't, but with Cajun in that position, as he falls off it, he's going to realize he's a lot closer than expected. Good response by Bialy. 1 in the alleyway toward Hell. Stops back to Ivy. Gets the second follow-up. Leaves Neo in good position to find the third if Snacks can get Zippix, which he does. It's all down to Dupree. And it will go 30 rounds, but not to overtime. Virtus.pro, they close it out. It were 1-1.
Yep, nice little play from them in the end. That boost could have done more for them, but Bialy picking up 2 very important frags as they came out of the Ivy area. God, interesting economy management from VP at the end there. I think that didn't have to go as far as it did. They were having very convincing CT rounds with the full buy. Neo's orb was on point, and they allowed it to get to very difficult situations, forcing shotguns, forcing scouts, pistols, and trying to push every area they could. I think they just needed to calm down a little bit, and they could have closed that one out a bit sooner.
Yeah, and TSM really reacted well towards the end there on how VP is playing their CT side. They really took the battle up front on Yard. They knew they were going to have that, and they just used a lot of nades in the beginning to be able to be on the upper front of that.
Well, we'll take a look at the scoreboard as always after that particular map. If I'm not mistaken, it was Neo that led the way. 25. Actually, I take it back. Device and Cajun B pulled things closer in the end. Snacks is also there on 25 frags total. So Neo slowing down a little bit toward the end. Snacks with 11 headshots. Not too bad.
Yeah, this is a map. Snacks seems to be playing really well. Both sides. He just, the way he plays in team main on their default, getting a lot of kills. He's more often than not, he's getting that first kill and then just taking over quad and moving forward from there on out. And then on the CT side, he plays really well early on towards that E-box and making it really hard for any fast pushes from the terrorist.
The kill distribution is pretty indicative, though. And again, we mentioned in the first half that despite TSM having a better scoreline, most of the frags were in VP, which meant the rounds that TSM won were close and the rounds that Virtus.pro won were one-sided. So you get 20 and 25 versus 26 and 26, but 15, 16, 19 versus 20, 19, 21. It's a little more grouped up on Virtus.pro's side. We'll look at the heat map as well. We did see all 30 rounds, so this will be a direct indication of any differences between the two teams.
So both teams not really choosing to go inside all that much. All of the battles seem to take place on the outside area. This is, of course, both T sides of each team. So in Virtus.pro, the blue indicates where they found most of their kills at the T side. TSM, same thing again. But yeah, you can see VP opting to go out that main area so much, getting out there, finding kills quite close range. We talked about Carrigan being influential in that close main area. Seemed like they shut him down pretty convincingly, but yeah, pretty simple stuff there. Both teams having very similar methodology. You can see TSM perhaps finding some more kills towards the end of Ivy as well there, where the CTs had pushed. That's quite cool. But let's have a look at the MVP then.
MVP is going to be Neo as well. Obviously, we did see that he was out-fragged by 2 particular players by 1 kill on TSM, but they didn't pick up the win.
It's just the angles he takes. He plays so cautiously. He's really aware of his surroundings all the time and not over-committing to anything. And it's just, especially in those one-on-X situations, you see, even if he doesn't win it, he plays them right.
Yep.
Very much more often than not.
Yeah.
And Natsu, before the game, you highlighted something that was very cool and unique, clever, creative. You could put a lot of words on it for TSM, using those decoys as smokes. We'll look at round 16. That is the pistol round. Talk us through it.
Yeah, the whole point of this round is basically they're going to throw 1 smoke and then two decoys to pretend to be smokes to make them feel like, all right, there's definitely going to be a yard push coming up here. So it is Cajun and Carrigan. I think they actually throw smokes, or one of them at least throws a smoke, and then Zippix and one of the 2 out yard throw decoys.
And you'll watch it bloom You could see them going over on the trails right now, but watch it, Bloom. See the first decoy hits the train, then the smoke comes out.
So now it's evident, all right, they're not pushing. So this is where they need to be fast, pushing inside. So they're going to be throwing a smoke towards that CT connector and between 2 and 3 lanes to make an easier access towards the bomb site.
Yeah, so you've got no CTs waiting for them on the initial entrance at least. They have to work a lot harder for the retake.
Now the problem here is Karrigan and Zipix, who were pushing up, didn't manage to get the picks they needed to have.
Yeah,
so that's how it all fell apart, basically.
Well, that's the whole thing. As a T side, you can't hold back and allow the CTs to retake. You do have to push up. You need to find those kills, and it gets some advantage on the choke points. But like you said, if you don't get those kills, that's pretty much round over that stage. It's definitely a gamble, but one I think is justified. You need to try and get up there and make it difficult for the CTs to even get into the bomb site. But that smoke came down, the defuse came in. Good retake from VP, but a very interesting strategy nonetheless. Like, I think we'll see a lot more of that kind of stuff coming in to the meta.
Well, we will take a break, as always, before we jump into map 3. It's 1-1, but so far, we're looking like we could still go
Close
the distance.
course.
Yeah, this is very, very back and forth. So don't go anywhere. You're going to want to see the entire thing. We'll be right back.
Yeah, and then you can see the spray down from Cajun B and Device just cleaning up there. Not really much you could do in that situation, but they got the bomb down. And they will be force buying, of course. Tech9, see on from him. But this is where the Device definitely MVP of that round. These are the shots he got. 1, 2, and 3, I think, as well. So
in the correct direction, they line up! Are you kidding me? That is absolutely insane that it works for Cajun B that simply.
yeah, that's the point I was trying to make. Just the fact that shows how strong they are on train. If you don't win the pistols, you can actually get back into it.
And really good money management, because again, you go back to round 2 where they killed all 5. Yes, they defused the right angles at all the right moments. Watch for Pasha as he gets at least 1, make it 2 back, finding the 3rd, running out of it.
Like, obviously the ladders are a little bit broken in CSGO, so the idea is you can't really take them down.